Have you ever looked at an old map and wondered about the stories it holds? What if I told you there's a map, created over 500 years ago, that might show a continent that wasn't officially discovered for another 300 years? This isn't just any old piece of parchment. It's a mystery that challenges our understanding of history, cartography, and the limits of ancient knowledge. This is the story of the Piri Reis Map. In 1929, a dusty corner of the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul revealed a treasure. It was a fragment of a world map drawn on gazelle skin, dated to the year 1513. The creator was a renowned Ottoman admiral and cartographer named Piri Reis. He stated on the map itself that he compiled it from about 20 source charts, including some very ancient ones, even some supposedly from the time of Alexander the Great, and a map of Columbus, which has since been lost to history. The map is remarkable for its time, showing parts of the Americas with surprising accuracy, but it's the southern edge of the map that sparked a firestorm of controversy. A landmass is depicted extending eastward from the southern tip of South America. It looks a lot like the coastline of Antarctica, specifically an area known as Queen Maud Land. But here's the catch. Antarctica wasn't officially sighted until 1820 by a Russian expedition. So how could Piri Reis have drawn it in 1513? This is where the theory gets even more fascinating. Proponents like the late Professor Charles Hapgood argued that the landmass shown on the Piri Reis map isn't just Antarctica, but Antarctica before it was covered in ice. He sent the map to the U.S. Air Force for analysis. In a now famous letter, they confirmed that the coastline depicted on the map bore a very remarkable resemblance to the subglacial landmass of Queen Maud Land, as revealed by modern seismic surveys. The idea is mind-boggling. An ancient civilization, with advanced mapping technology, charted the Antarctic coast when it was ice-free, and this knowledge was passed down through the centuries, eventually ending up in the hands of Piri Reis. This theory opens up a world of possibilities. Who were these ancient cartographers? What kind of technology did they possess? Some theories point to a lost civilization, like Atlantis, possessing knowledge far beyond their time. They suggest that these ancients mapped the entire globe with incredible precision long before the Great Ice Age buried continents like Antarctica under miles of ice. Piri Reis, then, wasn't just a cartographer. He was a curator of forgotten knowledge, preserving a glimpse into a world that had vanished thousands of years ago. The map shows mountains, rivers, and coastlines that perfectly match the land hidden beneath the ice cap today. How is that possible without aerial surveys or advanced ground-penetrating radar? It seems to defy all conventional historical timelines. If this theory is true, it means that our history books are missing a huge chapter. A chapter about a sophisticated global civilization that existed in deep antiquity. But as with any great mystery, there are skeptics and alternative explanations. Let's put on our detective hats and look at the other side of the argument. Many mainstream historians and cartographers offer a more grounded, though no less interesting explanation. They argue that the landmass depicted is not Antarctica at all. Instead, they believe it's a distorted representation of the South American coastline. Think about it from the perspective of a 16th century explorer. They were sailing into uncharted territory. Without modern GPS, calculating longitude was incredibly difficult. It was common for maps of this era to feature significant distortions. Cartographers would often have to guess, drawing on sailors' tales and fragmented charts. It's plausible that Piri Reis, in his attempt to piece together all his sources, simply bent the coastline of South America eastward to fit it onto the available parchment. He might have been filling in the blanks based on the belief that a great southern continent, the Terra Australis Incognita, must exist to balance the land masses of the northern hemisphere. Another point skeptics make is about the annotations on the map itself. Piri Reis wrote notes on this southern landmass, describing the region as being very warm and inhabited by large snakes. This hardly sounds like the icy wasteland of Antarctica we know today. This description aligns much more closely with the tropical climate of the Brazilian coast. It suggests that the map shows a continuation of South America, embellished with myths and legends common at the time about the unexplored South. Furthermore, the idea that the map shows an ice-free Antarctica presents its own set of problems. Geologists confirm that Antarctica has been covered in ice for millions of years. While the ice sheets have waxed and waned, the continent hasn't been completely ice-free in a time frame that would allow for human mapping. For the coast of Queen Maud Land to be mapped as depicted, you'd have to go back so far in time that modern humans didn't even exist. So, where does that leave us? We have two compelling narratives. On one hand, the tantalizing possibility of a lost, advanced civilization whose forgotten knowledge has trickled down to us through this incredible artifact. A story that rewrites human history and suggests we are a species with amnesia. On the other hand, a more pragmatic explanation rooted in the known limitations and practices of 16th-century cartography. An explanation that sees the map not as a perfect photograph, but as a masterpiece of its time, a brilliant but flawed attempt to chart a world that was still largely a mystery. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Piri Reis was undoubtedly a master of his craft, gathering the best information available to him. His map is a testament to the age of discovery, a time of immense courage, curiosity, and intellectual synthesis. Whether the southern landmass is a distorted South America or a genuine echo of a prehistoric, ice-free Antarctica, the map forces us to ask profound questions. It challenges our assumptions about the past and the capabilities of our ancestors. What do you think? Is the Piri Reis Map a simple, albeit brilliant product of its time, filled with the errors and assumptions common in the 16th century? Or is it something more? A key that could unlock a hidden chapter of human history, pointing to a past far more advanced and mysterious than we ever imagined. The debate continues to rage, and the map itself remains in the Topkapi Palace, a silent testament to a world of forgotten secrets and unsolved enigmas. It reminds us that sometimes the most exciting discoveries aren't about finding new lands, but about rediscovering what we thought we knew about our own past. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into one of history's greatest cartographic mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the unknown. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning.